don't date women in their 30s except if, okay? If this is your first time to the channel, welcome guys. My name is Albert. On this channel, I teach you guys how to become better men and how to improve your interactions with women. So if this is your first time, hit that subscribe button, okay? Now, let's jump right into this topic. I made a video a couple of months ago entitled, Don't Date Women in Their 30s. And I got a lot of very valuable questions and comments. Some valid questions and some comments that were like, okay, this needs to be addressed, right? And in this video, I'm going to do my best to answer those questions and to give you a more broad understanding of the things I said in that video. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description box below. Okay, but I'm going to give you some cliff notes to that video. So I still stand by what I say, right? When I say guys should not date women in their 30s, and I mean women in their late 30s, right? Which wasn't, I guess, something that wasn't clear, right? But I will tell you this, why I said that, and I still believe it, is if you are a man looking to start a family, I don't care what age you are, right? If you're a man looking to start a family, a woman in her 20s is your best possible options to having healthy, viable kids. As a man that wants to make sure his legacy continues, you want to have kids that are healthy, right? And a woman in her 20s is your best possible options of having kids in their 20s, right? The facts do not care about your feelings. They just don't. Okay? And a woman in her 20s is going to be less of a headache than a woman in her late 30s or late 40s. That's just facts. Why? Because a woman in her late 30s and 40s has been through so much. Whether good or bad, we have all been through life, right? So the older you get, the more stuff you're going to deal with and the less agreeable you are going to get, men and women, right? This is just fact, right? So when it comes to a man looking for the best possible option of a woman to date, I will suggest that he dates a woman in her 20s, especially if this is a woman he is trying to date for the long term. When it comes to short-term fun, you do whatever you want to do with whoever you want to do. Right? So we are going to jump right into these questions and comments. The first question comes from a longtime supporter of the channel, right? Jared Orla, right? I hope I'm saying that right. Albert, what age group of men does this message apply to? Right? Me and him, we had a little, like replying back to each other. And this is a very, very important question and one that I did not handle in the last video I made, right? It's a very good question and I hope you're watching, right? And I appreciate you for that question. And I'll say this, right? What age group does the message apply to? It doesn't really apply to a certain age group. The message applies to anyone looking to start a family and is trying to start a family with the best possible options of having healthy kids. I will tell you, if you are a man, no matter what age you are, you want to marry a woman, especially if you want to have kids, that is in her 20s so that she can give you viable kids. And she's going to have dealt with less nonsense in her life. It's going to give you less stress in your life. And it's going to be more fun. It's going to have more energy, right? So if you are, but I will say this, if you are a man in your 50s, 60s, and having kids is not a big factor for you, then you date whoever you would like, right? But I will tell you, the older a woman is, the less agreeable she's going to be. The older a woman is, the more baggage she's going to have, right? So you have to keep that in mind. If you're 50 and 60, again, if you're 50 and 60 and you don't really, they're having a kid is not a big deal for you, right? Then you know what? You go ahead and do what you got to do, right? So that answers that first question. The second comment comes from Poems Jones, and I assume this is a woman, right? 20s too immature and don't know what they want, they will cheat on you. here's the thing. I'm not even going to deal with the 20 is immature thing because that's just, I don't even know what to say about that. The second part is don't know what they want, they will cheat on you. Here's the thing. A woman's need to cheat in a relationship has nothing to do with her age. Okay? A woman in her 20s, in her 30s, in her 40s, in her 50s will cheat if she wants to. It has nothing to do with her age. Okay? So this is just a delusional, I guess, just BS that we would like to believe. But trust me, men out there, a woman in her 20s, a woman in her 30s, a woman in her 40s, a woman in her 50s, doesn't matter the age. If a woman is going to cheat on you, she's going to cheat on you. Her age does not determine if a woman is going to cheat on you. Okay, so this comment comes from a place of just emotional reaction to a logical fact that the woman does not like, right? It doesn't come from a place of fact. It just comes from a place of emotion. Okay, so that is that. The third comment and final one that we're going to deal with is from Taylor Ashley. Women are having healthy pregnancies to even pass to 40, even past that. BS. You know what? You're right. Women are having kids past 40 with technological advances. But here's the thing. That is the exception to the rule. Right? Not every 40-year-old woman, right, is going to have healthy kids, even with all the help, right? But let's say, right, she's having help. Doesn't that even prove my point? Why would I want to go, if I know that a 40-year-old woman with technological advances, right, that she's going to need some sort of assistance to have a healthy kid, why would I want to put up with that rather than just go with a 20-year-old woman that is going to be able to have healthy kids with no problem? Why would I advise a guy to go and carry and have and date and actually invest money and time into a woman that may or may not be able to give him healthy kids? Why would I advise a guy to do that? The best advice that I would give him is, look, if you want to have a family, your best possible option is to marry or date a woman in her early 20s, right? Plain and simple, right? I know this is an emotional comment, but the facts do not care about your emotion. The facts are the facts, okay, guys? So here's my thing, right? Here is my thing. I understand that there's a lot of emotions when it comes to hearing facts that you don't like, but we have to come to the term that the facts are the fact. I still stand on my facts, right? If a man wants to have a very fulfilling relationship and he wants to have a fun, cooperative, a woman that hasn't been through so much in her life, a woman that plus having a woman that is going to give you healthy kids, I would again advise date a woman in her 20s, right? Have I dated women in their late 30s? Sure. Have I dated women in their 40s? Sure. But I will tell you this, right? At the end of the day, when I want to have kids, I am going to have kids with a woman that is in her 20s. Why? Because I want to have healthy kids. And my best option is dating a woman in her 20s, because a woman in her 30s brings along a lot of negative connotations to it, right? So guys, that is the video for today. If you have not already, guys, subscribe to the channel. Any questions, concerns that you guys have, leave it for me in the comment sections below. If you guys are looking for one-on-one coaching, my email is in the description box below. Guys, remember, you are 100% responsible for everything in and out of your life. Okay, guys? With that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.